Absolutely. Here's a story that adheres to your specifications, aiming for a cinematic and compelling narrative. Story. Security tried to kick out Cha Eun-Woo, but the actor's next move silenced the crowd. The rain hammered against the tinted windows of the Velvet Room, a discreet, members-only jazz club nestled in the heart of Seoul's Gangnam district. Inside, the air hung thick with the scent of aged whiskey and expensive perfume. A low hum of conversation, punctuated by the melancholic wail of a saxophone, filled the dimly lit space. It was the kind of place where secrets were whispered and fortunes were made, or lost. Cha Eun-Woo, the globally renowned actor and singer, stood near the entrance, his usually radiant face etched with a rare expression of frustration. He wasn't supposed to be here. Not tonight. He'd come seeking anonymity, a brief respite from the relentless glare of the spotlight. A friend, a composer struggling to make ends meet, was performing. Eun-Woo wanted to offer his support, to be just another face in the crowd. But anonymity, it seemed, was a luxury he could no longer afford. A hulking figure, all sharp angles and stern gaze, materialized before him. The man's suit strained against his muscles, and his ID badge glinted under the dim lighting. Park, head of security. Sir, Park's voice was a low rumble, barely audible above the music. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Eun-Woo blinked, momentarily taken aback. Excuse me? This is a private event, members only. Your name isn't on the list. Park's eyes scanned Eun-Woo's attire, a simple black turtleneck and dark jeans, deliberately chosen to blend in. It was clear he didn't recognize the face that graced billboards and magazine covers worldwide. He just saw a young man who didn't belong. I'm here as a guest, Eun-Woo explained, trying to keep his voice calm. He pointed towards the small stage where his friend, Ji-hoon, was hunched over a piano, his fingers dancing across the keys. My friend is performing. Park remained unmoved. No exceptions. You need to leave, sir. He gestured towards the exit with a curt nod. A small crowd had begun to gather, drawn by the quiet confrontation. Whispers rippled through the room. Some recognized Eun-Woo instantly, their eyes widening in disbelief. Others craned their necks, trying to figure out what the commotion was about. Look, I understand, Eun-Woo said, his voice taking on a firmer edge. But I'm not causing any trouble. I just want to listen to my friend's music. I said, you need to leave. Park's hand moved towards Eun-Woo's arm. That was the breaking point. Eun-Woo gently but firmly stepped back, his eyes locking onto Park's. The actor in him, the one who could command a stage and captivate millions, flickered to life. I'm not going anywhere, he said, his voice now carrying a quiet authority that cut through the murmur of the crowd. Not until my friend is finished. Park's face hardened. He clearly wasn't used to being challenged, especially not by someone he perceived as an interloper. He took another step forward, his hand reaching out again. The tension in the room was palpable. Everyone held their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. The music seemed to fade into the background, the saxophone's mournful notes now replaced by the heavy silence of anticipation. Then, Eun-Woo did something unexpected. Instead of arguing, instead of pulling away, he reached into his pocket and pulled out his phone. He unlocked it, navigated to his Instagram account, and held it up for Park to see. Millions of followers stared back from the screen. Does this help? Eun-Woo asked, his voice laced with a hint of irony. Park's eyes widened in recognition. The color drained from his face. He lowered his hand, his posture shifting from aggression to awkwardness. He stammered, Sir. I didn't realize. The crowd erupted in a collective gasp. Murmurs of Cha Eun-Woo and unbelievable filled the room. Some people started snapping photos, their phones flashing like paparazzi at a red carpet event. But Eun-Woo wasn't finished. He lowered his phone and looked directly at Park, his expression softening. It's okay, he said, his voice surprisingly gentle. I understand you're just doing your job. Then, He turned to the crowd, his eyes sweeping over the faces, many of whom were now recording him. He raised his hand, silencing the murmurs. "Please," he said, his voice clear and resonant. "Let's not make a scene. I'm here to support my friend, Ji-hoon. He's an incredibly talented musician, and he deserves to be heard." He paused, then added, "Let's focus on the music, not on me." And with that, he turned and walked towards the stage, ignoring the stunned silence that followed him. He found an empty seat near the piano and sat down, his eyes fixed on Ji-hoon. Ji-hoon, who had been oblivious to the drama unfolding near the entrance, glanced up and saw Eun-Woo. His eyes widened in surprise, then a slow smile spread across his face. He nodded his head in gratitude and launched into his next song, a soulful ballad that filled the room with emotion. The crowd, initially buzzing with excitement and disbelief, gradually quieted down. They were captivated by Ji-hoon's performance, drawn in by the raw emotion in his music. Eun-Woo sat quietly, his presence a silent endorsement of his friend's talent. Park, the head of security, stood frozen near the entrance, his face a mask of shame and embarrassment. He had almost kicked out one of the biggest stars in the world, all because he hadn't recognized him. But more than that, he had almost disrupted a moment of genuine artistic expression. As the night wore on, the atmosphere in the Velvet Room shifted. The initial tension dissipated, replaced by a sense of camaraderie and appreciation for the music. People forgot about Eun-Woo's celebrity and focused on Ji-hoon's performance. They listened, they applauded, and they felt. After the set, Eun-Woo approached Ji-hoon, his face beaming with pride. "You were amazing," he said, clapping his friend on the shoulder. "Absolutely incredible." Ji-hoon grinned, his eyes shining with happiness. "Thanks, man. It means a lot that you came." "Wouldn't miss it for the world," Eun-Woo replied. As Eun-Woo left the Velvet Room that night, the rain had stopped, and the city lights twinkled like stars. He had faced a moment of potential humiliation, a clash between his public persona and his private desire for anonymity. But he had handled it with grace, turning a potentially ugly situation into an opportunity to shine a spotlight on someone else's talent. The next day, the story of what happened at the Velvet Room spread like wildfire across social media. Hashtag Cha Eun-Woo, hashtag The Velvet Room, and hashtag Support Local Artists trended worldwide. People praised Eun-Woo for his humility, his support for his friend, and his ability to diffuse a tense situation with grace and intelligence. Park, the head of security, received a stern talking to from his superiors, but he also received a valuable lesson. He learned that judging people based on appearances could lead to embarrassing mistakes. He also learned that sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is listen. But the real winner of the story was Ji-hoon. His music gained a wider audience, and he received offers to perform at other venues. His career, once teetering on the brink of collapse, was now thriving. In the end, the incident at the Velvet Room became a reminder that true celebrity isn't about fame and fortune. It's about using your platform to uplift others, to support the arts, and to make the world a little bit brighter. Cha Eun-Woo's next move wasn't just about silencing a crowd, it was about amplifying a voice that deserved to be heard. It was a testament to the power of kindness, humility, and the enduring magic of music. It proved that sometimes, the greatest acts of heroism are the quiet ones, the ones that happen not on a grand stage, but in the intimate corners of a dimly lit jazz club, where the true stars are not always the ones you expect. The ripple effects of that night continued to spread, touching lives in unexpected ways. The Velvet Room, once a haven for the elite, became known as a place that championed emerging artists. The owner, initially mortified by the near rejection of a global icon, capitalized on the publicity, creating a Cha Eun-Woo Spotlight series, showcasing up-and-coming musicians. The club, previously shrouded in exclusivity, opened its doors to a wider audience, fostering a more inclusive and vibrant artistic community. Park, humbled by the experience, underwent a personal transformation. He enrolled in a course on cultural sensitivity and made a conscious effort to learn about the diverse range of people who frequented the club. He even started taking piano lessons, inspired by Ji-hoon's performance. He became a staunch advocate for the arts, organizing fundraising events for local musicians and volunteering at community centers. His colleagues noticed the change, remarking on his newfound empathy and his willingness to connect with people on a deeper level. He went from being a feared enforcer to a respected figure, known for his fairness and his genuine interest in the well-being of others. Ji-hoon's career soared. He released an album that topped the charts, his soulful ballads resonating with audiences worldwide. He toured internationally, his concerts selling out in minutes. He never forgot Eun-Woo's support, always acknowledging him in interviews and dedicating songs to him during his performances. He became a vocal advocate for emerging artists, using his platform to promote their music and help them navigate the challenges of the industry. He established a foundation to provide scholarships for underprivileged students pursuing careers in the arts, ensuring that talent, not financial constraints, determined their success. Eun-Woo, ever the humble superstar, continued to use his influence for good. He became a patron of the arts, supporting various initiatives aimed at promoting creativity and cultural expression. He used his social media platforms to amplify the voices of marginalized communities and to raise awareness about important social issues. He remained grounded and approachable, never letting his fame overshadow his humanity. He understood that with great power comes great responsibility, and he embraced that responsibility with grace and unwavering commitment. Years later, at a charity gala benefiting young musicians, Eun-Woo and Ji-hoon reunited. They shared a warm embrace, their friendship as strong as ever. Park, now a changed man, approached them, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Mr. Cha," Park said, his voice thick with emotion. "I just wanted to thank you. That night at the Velvet Room. It changed my life." Eun-Woo smiled, extending his hand. "It was nothing, Park. We all make mistakes. The important thing is that we learn from them." Ji-hoon nodded in agreement. "It was a turning point for all of us. It showed us the power of kindness and the importance of supporting each other." As they stood together, bathed in the soft glow of the gala lights, they represented a powerful symbol of hope and transformation. They had taken a moment of conflict and turned it into an opportunity for growth, inspiring countless others along the way. The story of security trying to kick out Cha Eun-Woo became a legend, a modern-day parable about the transformative power of empathy, the enduring magic of music, and the ripple effects of a single act of kindness. It was a reminder that even in the glitzy world of celebrity, true greatness lies not in fame or fortune, but in the ability to use one's platform to uplift others and make the world a better place. It was a testament to the fact that sometimes, the most unexpected encounters can lead to the most profound and lasting change. And it proved that even a security guard, armed with nothing but a badge and a misunderstanding, could be transformed into an advocate for the arts, all thanks to the grace and humility of a superstar who refused to be silenced. The actor's next move had not just silenced the crowd, it had awakened their hearts. It had started a chain reaction of compassion and creativity that would continue to resonate for years to come. The initial spark of tension had ignited a flame of inspiration, illuminating the path towards a more inclusive and harmonious world, one note, one act of kindness, one spotlight at a time. The legacy of that night at the Velvet Room extended far beyond the immediate beneficiaries. Aspiring artists, witnessing Ji-hoon's ascent and Eun-Woo's unwavering support, found renewed hope and determination. They saw a tangible example of how talent, combined with genuine connection and a sprinkle of serendipity, could overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Music schools saw a surge in applications, fueled by the belief that their dreams were within reach. The story became a case study in arts management courses, highlighting the importance of artist advocacy and the power of positive public relations. Even the cynical corners of the entertainment industry, often jaded by manufactured narratives and fleeting fame, were subtly influenced. Agents and producers began to prioritize genuine talent and character over mere marketability. They started seeking out artists who possessed not only exceptional skills but also a strong sense of social responsibility and a desire to use their platform for good. The industry slowly began to shift, albeit incrementally, towards a more authentic and compassionate model. The Cha Eun-Woo effect, as it became known, permeated various aspects of Korean culture. Schools implemented programs promoting empathy and understanding, encouraging students to look beyond superficial differences and appreciate the unique talents and perspectives of others. Community centers organized workshops on conflict resolution and communication skills, empowering individuals to navigate challenging situations with grace and respect. The arts were recognized not merely as a form of entertainment but as a vital tool for social cohesion and personal growth. Years later, a documentary film chronicling the events of that fateful night at the Velvet Room was released to critical acclaim. It featured interviews with Eun-Woo, Ji-hoon, Park, the club owner, and numerous other individuals whose lives had been touched by the incident. The film explored the themes of fame, humility, redemption, and the transformative power of art. It became a global phenomenon, sparking conversations about the role of celebrities in society and the importance of supporting local artists. During the film's premiere in Seoul, Eun-Woo and Ji-hoon walked the red carpet together, their friendship as solid as ever. Park, now a respected figure in the arts community, stood nearby, his eyes filled with pride. As they posed for photographs, they were surrounded by a diverse group of artists, activists, and community leaders, all united by a shared vision of a more compassionate and equitable world. In his speech at the premiere, Eun-Woo spoke eloquently about the importance of using one's platform to uplift others. "We all have a responsibility to make a difference in the world," he said, his voice resonating with sincerity. "Whether we're actors, musicians, security guards, or students, we all have the power to inspire and to create positive change." Ji-hoon echoed Eun-Woo's sentiments, emphasizing the transformative power of art. "Music has the ability to transcend boundaries and to connect us on a deeper level," he said. "It can heal wounds, inspire hope, and ignite our imaginations. We must support the arts and ensure that everyone has access to its transformative power." Park, in a rare public appearance, shared his personal story of redemption. "I made a mistake that night at the Velvet Room," he admitted, his voice filled with humility. "But I learned from that mistake, and I dedicated myself to becoming a better person. I am grateful for the opportunity to use my experiences to help others." The film's success further solidified Eun-Woo's reputation as not just a talented entertainer but also a compassionate and socially conscious individual. He received numerous awards and accolades for his philanthropic work and his advocacy for the arts. He became a role model for young people around the world, inspiring them to use their talents and platforms to make a positive impact on society. Ji-hoon's career continued to flourish, his music touching the hearts of millions. He became a mentor to aspiring artists, sharing his knowledge and experience with them. He used his platform to advocate for social justice and to promote peace and understanding. Park's transformation was complete. He became a respected leader in the arts community, known for his empathy, his integrity, and his unwavering commitment to supporting artists. He helped to create a more inclusive and welcoming environment for all who sought to express themselves creatively. The Velvet Room, once a symbol of exclusivity and privilege, became a beacon of hope and inspiration. It continued to showcase emerging artists, providing them with a platform to share their talents with the world. It became a gathering place for artists, activists, and community leaders, all united by a shared vision of a more just and equitable society. The story of security trying to kick out Cha Eun-Woo became a timeless tale, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, kindness, humility, and the transformative power of art can prevail. It was a testament to the enduring human spirit and the potential for positive change that lies within each of us. It proved that sometimes, the greatest acts of heroism are not the grand gestures that make headlines, but the quiet acts of compassion that ripple outwards, touching lives in ways we can never fully comprehend. And so, the legacy of that night at the Velvet Room lived on, inspiring generations to come to embrace empathy, to support the arts, and to use their voices to make the world a little bit brighter, one note, one act of kindness, one spotlight at a time. The actor's next move had not just silenced the crowd, it had ignited a revolution of compassion, a revolution that would continue to resonate for years to come, transforming hearts and minds and shaping a more just and equitable world for all. The simple act of supporting a friend had blossomed into a global movement, proving that even the smallest gestures can have the most profound and lasting impact. The rain had stopped that night, and in its wake, a rainbow of hope had emerged, painting the sky with the vibrant colors of creativity, compassion, and unity. The world had listened, and the world had changed. The echoes of that transformative night resonated not only within the artistic community but also rippled through the corridors of corporate power. Entertainment agencies, historically fixated on manufactured images and calculated PR stunts, began to reevaluate their strategies. The palpable authenticity of Eun-Woo's actions, coupled with the undeniable success of Ji-hoon's career, proved that genuine character could be a powerful asset. A new wave of talent management emerged, prioritizing ethical conduct, social responsibility, and the nurturing of individual artistic voices. Agencies started investing in programs that encouraged artists to engage with their communities, to use their platforms to advocate for meaningful causes, and to develop a strong sense of personal integrity. The focus shifted from creating marketable commodities to cultivating authentic individuals with a passion for their craft and a commitment to making a positive impact. This shift in corporate culture led to a more diverse and inclusive entertainment landscape. Artists from marginalized communities, who had previously been overlooked or actively excluded, began to gain recognition and opportunities. The industry started to reflect the true diversity of society, showcasing a wider range of perspectives, experiences, and talents. The Cha Eun-Woo effect had inadvertently challenged the status quo, forcing the entertainment industry to confront its own biases and to embrace a more equitable and representative model. The impact extended beyond the entertainment sector, influencing other industries as well. Companies began to recognize the importance of corporate social responsibility and the value of ethical leadership. They started investing in initiatives that promoted sustainability, diversity, and community engagement. Consumers, increasingly aware of the power of their purchasing decisions, began to demand that companies align their values with their actions. The Cha Eun-Woo effect had inadvertently sparked a broader movement towards ethical consumerism and corporate accountability. In the years that followed, Eun-Woo continued to use his platform to champion various causes, from promoting education and literacy to advocating for environmental protection and human rights. He traveled the world, visiting refugee camps, schools in underserved communities, and environmental conservation projects. He used his social media platforms to raise awareness about critical issues and to inspire his millions of followers to take action. Ji-hoon remained a powerful voice for social justice, using his music to address issues such as poverty, inequality, and discrimination. He organized benefit concerts and fundraising events to support various charities and nonprofit organizations. He became a mentor to young musicians, providing them with guidance, support, and opportunities to showcase their talents. Park, now a respected figure in the arts community, dedicated his life to promoting inclusivity and diversity in the entertainment industry. He founded a nonprofit organization that provided scholarships and mentorship programs for aspiring artists from marginalized communities. He became a sought-after speaker and consultant, advising companies and organizations on how to create more equitable and inclusive environments. The Velvet Room, under new management, transformed into a vibrant cultural hub, hosting a wide range of events, from live music performances and art exhibitions to community workshops and social justice forums. It became a gathering place for people from all walks of life, united by a shared passion for creativity, compassion, and social change. Years later, at a global summit on social responsibility, Eun-Woo, Ji-hoon, and Park were invited to share their story. They spoke about the transformative power of empathy, the importance of using one's platform for good, and the ripple effects of a single act of kindness. Their presentation was met with thunderous applause, inspiring countless individuals to embrace their own potential for positive change. As they stood on the stage, bathed in the warm glow of the spotlights, they represented a powerful symbol of hope and inspiration. They had taken a moment of conflict and turned it into an opportunity for growth, igniting a global movement towards a more compassionate and equitable world. The story of security trying to kick out Cha Eun-Woo became a legend, a timeless tale that would be retold for generations to come. It was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, kindness, humility, and the transformative power of art can prevail. It was a testament to the enduring human spirit and the potential for positive change that lies within each of us. And so, the legacy of that night at the Velvet Room lived on, inspiring countless individuals to embrace empathy, to support the arts, and to use their voices to make the world a little bit brighter, one note, one act of kindness, one spotlight at a time. The actor's next move had not just silenced the crowd, it had awakened the world. It had sparked a revolution of compassion, a revolution that would continue to resonate for years to come, transforming hearts and minds and shaping a more just and equitable world for all. The simple act of supporting a friend had blossomed into a global movement, proving that even the smallest gestures can have the most profound and lasting impact. The rain had stopped that night, and in its wake, a rainbow of hope had emerged, painting the sky with the vibrant colors of creativity, compassion, and unity. The world had listened, and the world had changed, and it would continue to change, one heart, one mind, one act of kindness at a time, inspired by the unwavering spirit of a superstar who refused to be silenced and the transformative power of a single, unforgettable night. The Velvet Room might have almost lost a star, but instead, it had gained a constellation. The ripple effects of that single act of defiance continued to manifest in unexpected ways. The global conversation shifted subtly, yet significantly, towards a more nuanced understanding of celebrity and influence. The public, once easily swayed by carefully crafted narratives and manufactured scandals, became more discerning, demanding authenticity and accountability from their idols. They wanted to see celebrities using their platforms for something more than just self-promotion. They wanted to see them engaging with real-world issues, supporting worthy causes, and using their influence to make a positive impact. This newfound public awareness forced the entertainment industry to adapt. Public relations firms, traditionally focused on damage control and image management, began to incorporate elements of social responsibility and ethical communication into their strategies. They started advising their clients to engage in meaningful philanthropic activities, to use their platforms to raise awareness about important issues, and to cultivate a genuine connection with their fans. The focus shifted from simply projecting an image of perfection to demonstrating a commitment to making a positive difference in the world. The Cha Eun-Woo effect even permeated the realm of politics. Politicians, recognizing the power of celebrity endorsement, began to seek out partnerships with artists and entertainers who shared their values and goals. They understood that celebrities could help them reach new audiences, amplify their messages, and inspire people to take action. However, they also realized that these partnerships had to be authentic and meaningful, that the public would quickly see through any attempt to exploit celebrity influence for political gain. This led to a new era of celebrity activism, with artists and entertainers becoming increasingly involved in political and social issues. They used their platforms to advocate for policy changes, to support grassroots movements, and to challenge injustice and inequality. Some even ran for public office themselves, seeking to bring their unique perspectives and experiences to the political arena. Eun-Woo, while remaining primarily focused on his artistic pursuits, became a vocal advocate for education reform, particularly in underserved communities. He established a foundation that provided scholarships and resources for students from low-income backgrounds, and he traveled extensively to promote literacy and educational opportunities around the world. He used his platform to raise awareness about the importance of education and to inspire young people to pursue their dreams, regardless of their circumstances. Ji-hoon continued to use his music to address social and political issues, writing songs that tackled topics such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. He became a powerful voice for the voiceless, giving a platform to marginalized communities and challenging systems of oppression. He organized benefit concerts and fundraising events to support various charities and nonprofit organizations, and he used his platform to inspire his fans to take action and make a difference in their communities. Park, now a respected leader in the arts community, dedicated his life to promoting inclusivity and diversity in the entertainment industry. He founded a nonprofit organization that provided scholarships and mentorship programs for aspiring artists from marginalized communities, and he became a sought-after speaker and consultant, advising companies and organizations on how to create more equitable and inclusive environments. He used his experiences to help others learn from his mistakes and to create a more just and equitable world for all. The Velvet Room, under its new management, continued to thrive as a cultural hub, showcasing emerging artists and fostering a sense of community. It became a symbol of hope and inspiration, a place where people from all walks of life could come together to celebrate creativity, compassion, and social change. Decades later, a new generation of artists and activists emerged, inspired by the legacy of Eun-Woo, Ji-hoon, and Park. They carried the torch forward, continuing to fight for justice, equality, and a more sustainable future. They understood that the struggle was far from over, but they were determined to build on the foundation that had been laid by those who came before them. At a global summit on social change, a young activist, inspired by Eun-Woo's story, addressed the audience with passion and conviction. "We are the inheritors of a legacy of compassion," she declared, her voice resonating with hope. "We have a responsibility to continue the fight for a better world, to stand up for justice, to speak out against inequality, and to never give up on our dreams." The audience erupted in applause, recognizing the enduring power of the Cha Eun-Woo effect.